I said, since we are translating a lot of things in different languages in Europe, can we start with the Swahili for Africa? And then after Swahili, we'll get Shona. So I'm sure it's coming there. So welcome, welcome tonight. It's a special night. The lady that I'm going to introduce, I've known her for years from afar, but this time we are in the same team. We are being mentored by Matt Morris, and she is just crushing this. She's working with an amazing leader, Martin Deo, and she's duplicating with her team. So Efrosin was like, who can be the trainer? I said, you know what? There is a lady who is crushing this. Month after month, she's ranking. She's a mother, she's a wife, she's a human resources and management consultant. She has been in the network marketing industry for 15 years. She's a mother to 4 lovely children. I mean, those who are mothers, having 4 children, I salute. It's a lot of work. But you know what? She is like full-time in this business. She doesn't work full-time in the business, but the results are as if she's working full-time. So I would like to welcome my sister from another mother, Harriett Ekude, to share with us how she's doing this business. We are honored to have her tonight and that she accepted to share with everyone. You know, that's the beauty of this business. People are not selfish. If they are having success, they will share openly with other team members so that they also get success. So over to you, my sister. We are really blessed to have you. Share with us the nuggets that you ranked 10-10. In no time, you were 25-25 gold. Then from 25-25, last month, the other month, you were sapphire. Before we could even finish congratulating you are emerald. You are crushing it, girl. Take over, my sister. I love what's behind you there in your house.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Helen. Thank you so much for the introduction. And thank you everyone for joining us this evening for our member training. I am so appreciative. I'm honored to be your trainer for tonight. And I truly appreciate. I thank God for this, for the rank. Yes, I hit the rank of Emerald just on the 30th. And I think 3 days after my birthday. So for me, it was my birthday present. So thank you
Happy
so much,
belated
everyone.
birthday.
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us this evening. And today, as I speak to you, I just want to speak from my heart and basically to tell you some of the strategies that we've been using as a team to be able to get to where we are today. I saw this concept in 2024 in November through a friend of mine called Martin Diho. Martin Diho has been my mentor. We've been in this together for so many years in this industry. We've traveled the world together. We've done quite a number of things together. And so Martin Diho calls me and tells me, Harriet, there is Viago is here. Travel is back. So for me, initially, to be honest, I was quite busy. I was very busy running around chasing many things. In my consultancy firm, I wanted to set it up and take it to some level. So I didn't want distractions. I just wanted to focus. But when I came back home, when Martin actually talked to me, I was seated with, I was with somebody else. I called my daughter, and when we reached home, she looked at my eyes and she told my husband, by the way, someone told us something about travel. And my husband looked at me and said, what is it about? I just gave him a 10-second summary. And he said, if you're not willing to join, sign me up. As soon as he mentioned sign me up, I said, wow, how can I even start rejecting this opportunity when my husband is in. So what I did, I signed him up, signed up my son as well, who is 21 years old. I also signed up my daughter, and that is how we started. So basically, it was quite interesting. And for me, as soon as I started seeing, understanding the business, I was like, wow, look at what I was going to miss. And so we started working the business. I got my 6 within a week. I got my 6 within a week and got my $50 membership fee waived off. And for me, that was like my fast strategy. And I quickly started thinking about what else can I do to ensure that first of all, I grow my business, because when I began to understand the business, I realized what we had in our hands was really big. So I came up with a strategy, and I'm just going to share with you my strategy on how I was able to take this to where it is today. So basically, I started by writing my list. I wrote a list of all my friends, and I just said, okay, now I'm going to do a launch party. So that is how I launched my business. I started by putting up a list of all my friends, and that is the hot market. Friends, the hot market is normally the first place that you go to if you want to launch your business. Because what we are talking about today is, how do you launch your business? And one of the things that I had in my heart was a sense of urgency. First of all, my why was so big. I really am so passionate about travel. I know I'm a human resource consultant. Yes, I do a lot of proposals, I facilitate training in different organizations. But I'll tell you, when I saw Viago, I was like, wow, I need to focus on this. So basically, we've done a couple of things. Number one, I did my launch party. I started with a launch party. I called up all my friends. I called up my friends, my family at my house. And I called Martin. At that time, I said the only person that can do this for me is Martin. So Martin came over and he spoke to my friends and family. And that very moment, I was able to sign up a couple of people. And one of my mantras is, I'll not just dream of success, but I'll pray and work for it. So when I did my launch party, of course, I got excited. Number of people joined the business. And by the time the month was ending, I had not less than 10 people in my network. So friends, what are we saying? We need to have a sense of urgency. The biggest question to ask yourself is, do you want to do this fast, or do you want to do it slow? If you want to do it fast, you need to treat it as a business. Look at every single, I categorize my people, because we have the hot market, we have the warm market, and then we have the cold market. Before you go to your warm market, to your hot market, to the warm market or to the cold market, you need to exhaust your hot market. So for me, what I did was to exhaust my hot market, called a couple of people, made sure I positioned them in such a way that in a way that I would be able to win. You know, we have the left team and the right team. So how you position your people also matters. You need to understand the power of positioning once you start your business. Make sure you have a strong person on the left and a strong person on the right. And that is exactly what I did. I could not put two strong people together. And that is one of the things that we did, and we started our business. One of the people that I signed up first actually is on this call, and that is Honorable Benson and his dear wife. I signed them up, and those were really like my first people. And definitely, I want to thank you so much for believing in me on that day and signing up without a doubt. And one of the things that I know is that people actually buy people. People buy, they buy you before they buy your product. Yeah. So one of the key things that we've been doing together as a team is we have gotten into the culture of goal setting. We sit down every single month as a team and analyze our back office and develop strategies. The same concepts I use in my consultancy are the same concepts that I'm using in my business. We will always come together. We've been able to identify all the leaders. We come together and we do what they call, we analyze, we develop strategies. We come up with tools where we are able to analyze how many do we have, how many do you have on the left, how many do you have on the right, what do you need to get where you are getting next. So basically, we've been having those kind of conversations just so we can be able to help and support each and every team member. And then we're able to tell you, yes, now you have quite a number of people on your left, so now concentrate on your right. But that doesn't mean that you're going to leave the people on the left, but you're going to still work with them, but your focus is going to be on the people where you need the people most. And that is the kind of conversations we've been having with my team. We've always had 2 meetings in every single month. We have a meeting at the beginning of the month, and we have another meeting around 20th when we're left with 10 days to end of the month. And that is the time that we focus most. That is the time that we leave out everything and say, if it is, we need to focus on this rank until we hit it. So we are able to tell that so-and-so has 3 people left to hit the rank, another person has 5 people left to hit a rank, and that kind of thing is what we do as a team. So that is what has created a momentum in the team, and people are able to grow. And the biggest thing that we've been able to do again is to support the teams. As soon as you become a member a member, and we know that the first thing we do is to say, we tell you, we've given you a day in the week. Just find a day in the week, let me know, and we will be there to support you. Invite all your team, invite all your members. So we've been giving our teams specific days in the week where we say, okay, we are launching today, this is your day, we are launching you, so invite your people. There are members who have invited up to even more than 20 people, more than 30 people in a day, and we presented to them, and some of them have enrolled quite a number of people on such days. And that is what is leading to that growth, because we concentrate on you when it is still hot. You've just joined. We tell you, please try as much as possible to get us a day in the week. And the best time to do this is in the first week, when you still have when you're still fiery, when you're still hot, and we make sure that you have a day in the week when we are able to talk to your people. We tell you to invite your hot market, and we talk to them. And that is one of the things that has created the momentum. We've been doing office meetings. We've been doing one-on-ones in different areas for the new members. We've been holding them by their hands, moving to where the people are. So one of the things that I decided to do is what they call the power of focus. I know that quite a number of times in consulting, in my kind of business, we do a lot of proposals. So what I decided to do is to put aside all the distractions, everything that is going to distract me from pursuing my goal, I put it aside, including putting aside proposal writing, because proposal writing does not mean you have gotten the project or the job to do. So I decided to put that aside for now, just so I can focus. So one of the things that has helped with the success is really the power of focus. Being able to focus and say, I don't want any distractions, putting off wedding meetings, putting off introduction meetings. I would rather say, yes, I will support you. I'll be there at the wedding or something, but putting away anything that is, in fact, to me, what they call non-income generating activities. So, or non-income producing activities, all those things like whatever kind of meetings, yeah, you can support, giving them the monies and all, but I'll tell you, the best time to jump on a plane is when it is on the ground and not when it has flown. So basically, I understood that it is important for me to be able to do this in the first few months, because friends, let me tell you, the best time that we are in is now. This is the hardest that it will ever get. So I understood that there is need to put in the work right now. There is need to actually, there is need to develop the leaders right now. There is need to duplicate myself right now. The sooner I felt that the sooner we did this, the better for us. And the other thing that I also understood very fast is the power of consistency. What we've been decided to do as a team is that every single day we have a presentation at 7 p.m. East African time. Every single day we are speaking to not less than 10 people every single day from the time we started. That is the kind of strategy we decided that if we can do this every single day, we are speaking to somebody. And the beauty with this, initially I was doing it on my own. Every single day I would present. And when the team began to grow, we began to teach them that I began to duplicate myself in them. And that is the power of duplication, which is the most powerful skill. If you pick out the skill of duplication, there is no way you can fail. Because then there are several people doing what you are doing. And so even if you went on a holiday, like the way we went to Dubai, the team will continue to grow. I remember one of my friends who had just joined Viago. I kept supporting her every day, crossing the city, going to see her people. And I remember the day we were traveling to Dubai, I told her, you know what? Today you're going, she called me, Harriett, where are you? Can you come and help me with presentations and all? I told her, you know what? Today you're going to present. She said, what? I don't even know how to present. I said, you are going to present because I've done the presentations for you for more than, to the level that I know you can now be able to present. So she went ahead and presented. And guess what? The next, she was very excited, calling me and telling me, Harriett, the person has signed up. So one of the things that we teach, as soon as we bring the people on board, we bring members on board, we educate our members. We are able to take them through the system, show them how to present, show them the back office, show them where to get the reports, show them how to set up your Viago Pay accounts, show them how to enroll, so that by the time they are leaving, they know everything. They know the back office. They know where they know where the hotels are. They know the system. They know the online booking engine, where it is, where you can get the reward escapes, where you can get the VIP escapes, where you can get the getaways. We take them through all that, so that by the time someone is leaving, they know how to access the system. Otherwise, when you leave a person, because the time to help the person, in fact, when you enroll the person, that is when the work begins. It's not a time to say, moving on to the next, let's go and enroll the next, but it is the time to settle down and find time for this person and take them through the system. Because many times you realize that when you just enroll people, keep enrolling people without educating them, without taking them through the system, without telling them what is where, those are the people who will go back And then before you know it, they have quit. So we learned that very early, and we told everyone that we need to educate our new members. We need to train them. We need to empower them. We need to help them. We need to give them the presentation, because just in case we are not there, what happens? They need to present. So basically that is one critical skill that critical skill that we felt was very, very important, being able to train people on how to, where everything is, showing them the back office, the basics of the back office, and how to enroll. The other basic that we never leave a person to go without telling them is how to invite. Friends, the gateway to success in any network marketing company is inviting. If you do not know how to invite, many people actually fail at inviting. We enroll, but if they don't know how to invite, they go and spoil it at that level. So the first thing, even before anyone sits down, we tell them, you need to understand how to invite. We tell them how to invite, how it is important not to tell them the information, not to reveal everything to the person as you are inviting, because now that will have already you'll be presenting to the person. So we train them how to invite, because inviting seems to be a very simple skill, but it is a thing that has created a lot of backlash for so many people. So you find someone has exhausted their entire cold market with a wrong invite. And that destroys the entire, you find most of the people are now laid back because they've gotten backlashes. People have begun to judge them. They're saying this is a pyramid. This is what, because they don't even have the answers when they get to that point. Yeah. So we tell them, this is how to invite. You need to invite right. You need to if you really want to the details, even before we talk to you, we have the Matt Morris video that is talking about inviting, how to invite. We also tell you how to invite. We also tell you how to, how to bring people to us, because we make sure that you are able to bring the people before us so we can present to them. So like I told you earlier, we have been able to train a number of leaders, coach them to present. And right now, as we speak, we have quite a number of leaders in our team who are able to present. On the 7 o'clock, the 7 p.m. Presentations are done by our leaders. And so that duplication is happening. Every single time we are telling everyone, if you reach a certain level, we've done for you at least 4 or 5 presentations. Next, you are doing the presentation yourself. So that is a strategy that we have been using that has been helping us to really go to the next level. It has seen us actually have quite a number of our people ranking up because they are able to do the presentations themselves. They're able to close. And then the other key thing that I've been emphasizing is training. I remember before we went to Dubai, we really marketed Dubai. We really spoke about the training. We told people, please, you need to get to Dubai. We need to go to Dubai. We need to go to Dubai. Now, friends, let me tell you, leaders are made at big events. I will tell you that people who accepted to go with me to Dubai, as soon as we came back to Uganda, those are the people who ranked up. Out of five people that I took in my team, we have 3 golds and 2 silvers. And this month, we are going to have sapphires because these are people who decided we are going for the training. Friends, training is very important. If we don't go for training, you can never Success may come, but you really, really need the training to give you the boost, to give you the momentum, because it's through these trainings that you get the momentum. I went to Dubai when I was a gold member. Listening to Isaac Ben Shabbat, listening to the different leaders, Eric G, Jesse McPherson, I will tell you I was motivated. Seeing the people being recognized on the stage, I was so motivated. I came back determined. I came back more focused. I knew this was the organization I needed to be in. And this was the timing. The timing could never be better. So I came back, put in the work, like I said, threw away all the distractions, and I decided to focus on Viago. I focused on Viago. I sleep Viago. I wake up Viago, and my entire family is Viago. So basically, I saw the power of focus. So I went to Dubai when I was a gold. When I came back, as soon as I came back that same month, I hit Sapphire. And then the next month, which is this last month, I hit Emerald. So basically, that is what it means, the power of focus. That is what it means to focus. That is what it means to be consistent. And then the other thing that I would like us to share is the power of building deep. Building deep is something that I realized that I needed to do with my teams. I realized that, yes, I have now enrolled my personals. I had 28 personals to my name, but I needed to help all these 28 to duplicate myself in the 28 people that I had brought into the organization. So what I did, I began to help them, support them, hold them by, I held their hand. I decided that I need to help each and every one of these people. I remember when Harriett Kogonza hit the leaderboard and was the first on the leaderboard. And then we had Miranda following second on the leaderboard. Miranda asked me a question, Harriett, how come? What's happening? How come you're not on the leaderboard? How come it's just us on the leaderboard? Where is Martin? Where are you? And I said, Miranda, I kept cheering them. I kept telling them, you know what? This is for you. Take it, take it, take it. I kept cheering them. And that is the one thing I'm very, very excited about when I see my team win, when I see the team being recognized on stage. For me, that is what gives me the happiness. We were excited to have Harriett on the board. We were excited to have Miranda on the board, Honorable Benson Oboa on the board, and we had Tony on the board, Honorable Lagada Beatrice on the board, on the leadership board. 5 of our team members were on the leaderboard. And we were very excited that this was happening. The support system in our team is very strong. And I thank God for leaders like Martin, who has been very, very supportive to us. And that brings in the power of leadership, being able to support your team. Because he held my hand when he enrolled me, he held my hand, he showed me everything. He would come and support, he would come and talk to my people. And so as soon as he felt that I have done my part, I also had an obligation to do the same for my other team members. And that is how we've been able to thrive. So building deep is about, it's about living, it's about being selfless, taking charge of the people that you have brought into the organization and helping them to win. And for me, that was one of the most powerful success stories that I would ever think about. So basically, I wanted them to win. I wanted them to know that we are there for them. I wanted them to know that they can also make it big. So we started seeing so many people ranking up to bronze, to silver, to gold. And now we are looking forward to having sapphires and even emeralds and more. So friends, it is possible. And one of the key things that I know that is going to take us even further is the power of duplication, being able to duplicate yourself in your teams. I'm not saying that we should not do our personals. Personals are very, very good, but I will tell you, you need to get back and see how many have I brought on board and how can I work with the team that I have to also bring them to where I am. And one of the biggest things that we keep telling people is follow up. And one of the things that I know is that there is power in follow up. Being able to follow up the people that you're talking to every day, being able to invite. Actually, those are key skills that each and every one of us needs. Speaking about that, I would just like to take us through the key skills of network marketing. I have talked about most of these skills as I was telling you my story, but I'll tell you that, like I said earlier, there are 4 things that we need to understand as we get into this entire industry. And one of them is the power of inviting, how you invite. Very, very important. It's a very, very important skill. Many people, that is where the entire thing just collapses. Presenting, very, 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 very important. Like I said, there is need to have your members in presenting. They say the person who holds the clicker is actually the person who gets the more wins. Is the person who actually ranks up, is the person who makes the more money, person who holds the clicker. And then being able to educate people, being able to educate them. I talked about the power of education, training them, orienting them, taking them through the back office, being able to, helping them to understand how the system works, where the booking engine is and what to do. And last but not least, promoting trainings. We call this system iPet. It's very, 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 very easy to understand. And so it's one of those key things that you need to develop. If you know how to invite, you know how to present, you're able to train your people, to educate them before they run, and you're able to take them for training, you will be successful. And one of the things that I keep telling people is that, here in Uganda, we've also had an opportunity to, every single Saturday, we have what they call a Super Saturday, where we bring all our members together. We are able to train them. We are able to we are able to train them. We are able to able to do rewards, to do awards for the winners. Those are things that motivate people because we are in a relationship business. So basically every Saturday we come together, and that has been a very important part of our story. And that is what has helped us also to be where we are today. And I just wanted to say this before I wrap up, the power of duplication. I feel like duplication is one of the biggest things that we need to be thinking about as we do this business. And we all need to understand the importance of duplication. And as leaders, we need to lead by example, being able to do the things that we expect our downlines to do. For example, if we're talking about inviting, have we invited on a call? If we're talking about training, are we there? Have we booked Greece, for example? If you haven't booked for Greece, how are you expecting your downline to book that training? So you need to take the initiative. You need to be the first to do what you expect others to do. And then let's keep the things simple. When people begin to understand or begin to sense that these things are so difficult, I cannot, and I can't, maybe we need, there's a lot of money involved in this. Maybe I need to buy lunch before I can talk to someone. Maybe I need to, I mean, let's keep it as simple as possible. The presentation, the process, the system. We thank God for a simple system that we already have. Let's not reinvent the wheel. Let's keep it simple. And let's help people to understand that this thing is doable. If people begin to see the level of simplicity, they will know that, oh, I can actually do it. What Harriet has done, or what Martin has done, or what Helen has done, I can also do it. So keep it simple. And then there is the power of effective communication. Being able to communicate clearly and effectively is very, very important when we are having challenges, and challenges will always be there. Being that we are the first people, we are the first ones in Viago, it's like we are starting the company. So there will always be challenges. There will be challenges with the system. There will be challenges. There might be delays here and there, but let's be able to communicate effectively to the people that we bring on board. And that is true leadership. And then there is the entire thing of having, promoting training events and training events. Like I've just mentioned that, let's promote events. Let's promote Greece. Let's be able to know that all these people need to actually join us in this, be part of the system. Recognition and rewards. People love it when they're recognized. So for us, like I told you earlier, in Uganda, we actually recognize every single team member who was ranked up, even the people that have gotten to Club 6, those that have signed up their first person. Every single week, we actually recognize them. Mentoring and coaching is also very, very important, and also promoting self-development, telling them to go on YouTube, read the books. My first year in network marketing, if you don't know anything about network marketing, you've never been in this industry before, try as much as possible to read the literature. Sign up in the inner circle. The inner circle has a lot of information. You go to the inner circle, you'll be able to find every single material. All the videos are there of presentations of the trainings that we've been going for the different trainings that have happened. You will get all these videos in the inner circle. Listen in and be able to understand the company, the people that you're working with, you will be able to understand the industry better if you join the inner circle. The first month is actually free. So I would actually urge all of us to plug into the inner circle and be part of that inner circle, and being able to give people feedback whenever there's any issues. That is also a very good way to duplicate ourselves. So friends, as we wind up this training, I want us to take massive action. Massive action in the sense that begin to already take this by the horn. If you are a new member, even if you are an existing member and you want to get to your next rank, we have talked about the power of focus. We've talked about consistency. We've talked about follow-up. We've talked about the fact that we need to do the presentation. Get the presentation. If you are on this call and you do not have the presentation, get the presentation so that you start to present. Book your first trip to Greece. That is going to open you up to very many successes to come. Invest in yourself. I will tell you, it's not going to be, it's actually an investment that you're doing in yourself. Take massive action. And one of the things I keep telling people, pay attention. Be excited and never quit. By paying attention, be next to the fire. Pay attention, listen in, get to understand the business. Do not just sit back and be there and wait for your upline, but try as much as possible. Take initiative. Understand, how is this business done? Go on YouTube. Today we have quite a number of things. Go to the inner circle. You'll be able to get a lot of information that is there just waiting for you. Paying attention also means being able to learn as fast as possible, being able to understand what is going on, invite, participate in your own rescue. Participate, because every one of you has a dream. You have a why. You know why you joined Viago. You understand what exactly you want from Viago. So take it on. Try as much as possible to be there. If you have meetings, you have events, try as much as possible to do what is required. Because I believe that if you follow each and everything that I've told you today, there is no way success will not knock at your door. And let's be excited. Be excited, and don't show people that you are not, there's many times when you see people really, you've joined this thing, but you're not so sure. But if you're not so sure, everyone will smell that fear, just like a dog smells fear. So let's be excited, because when we pay attention and when we are excited, we will never quit and we will be successful. Friends, I want to thank you so much for listening, and I would like to take it back to Helen. Helen, over to you. Thank you so much for listening.
Wow, that was powerful. Thank you so much, Harriet, for pouring out yourself. I'm sure everyone is going to implement. I was taking notes, and I assure you, I'm going to implement a lot of the things, especially the launching of a new member, the Super Saturdays, the trainings, and the presenters. I was looking at myself as a new person and also as a leader. Thank you. And we appreciate Martin as the leader working with Harriet. We thank you for that, and the team. Also, everyone who managed to log in, let's show by results. That's the only way we can show that we are grateful for Harriet spending time. Let's show results. Let's register for the Greece event. Register and share on Facebook. Thank you so much for being here. Have a blessed evening. Again, Harriet, thank you. We appreciate you. Imola, thank you for the translations. We are one global family. Thank you. Have a blessed evening. Work starts now. Income generating activities.